Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Sailsbery Land Auction. I'm Mark Reck with Reck Aggie Realty and Auction. Thank you for coming. First, we'd like to thank the Sailsbery family, Nancy, Wes, and Don for the opportunity to sell this property for them. They've been great to work with. Always like to introduce my staff. We have Vicki Adney, Brenda Rhodes, Brenda Huss. Jennifer Reck helped you check in. Troy Vocals, my sales associate, works with me, and John Corey will be trying the auction this morning for us. A few details we need to go over before we get started. Does everybody have a bidder number and intends on bidding? Does everybody have a detailed brochure that states Sailsbery Land Auction detailed brochure revised and printed September 22nd? If not, Troy will grab one and you get. Everybody got one? Cell phones. We ask everybody has a cell phone to please turn them off or put them on vibrate. This just helps eliminate distractions during the auction. And if you do need to talk to somebody during the auction, we ask that maybe you go out in the hallway and you can see what's going on from the hallway. We also will be taking some breaks during the auction. Sound loud enough? Everybody can hear all right? Sounds good. We do provide bidding via the internet, proxy bid by cell phone, and if you see a bid come via the internet, one of the gals, yep, it's over there, it is somebody that's been approved. We have several people that want us to give them a call, so try maybe on the cell phone. But before we get started, to honor our country, those in harm's way, and our veterans, would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Announcements made by Reck Aggie Realty and Auction at a time of sale will take precedence over any previously printed material, other oral statements. The Sailsbery Land Auction is land auction with reserve. Sailsbery property will be offered in a multi-parcel auction in 4 parcels, 1 combo, and its pasture CRP unit. And we added 1 more as a single unit. We'll go through that here in a little bit. The parcels, combo, pasture CRP unit, and the single unit will be offered in the sale order as stated within the brochure. The parcels, combo, pasture CRP unit, and single unit will compete to determine the highest aggregate bid. Sellers agree not to accept the negotiated contracts prior to the auction, so that wasn't done. Bids will be taken for total purchase price, not price per acre. Immediately following the conclusion of the auction, the highest bidder will sign the brokerage disclosure and will enter into and sign a contract to buy and sell real estate for the amount of the bid. Required earnest money deposit is 15% of the purchase price for parcels 1 to 2B and 5% of the purchase price for parcel 3. That is due upon signing the contract today and deposit with Reck Aggie Realty and Auction. Purchase contract will not be contingent upon financing. Terms and conditions of the detailed brochure and oral announcements shall be incorporated and made a part of the contract. Sample contracts are available within the detailed brochure for your review. Buyer shall pay in good funds the balance of the purchase price plus the respective closing costs and sign and complete all customary required documents at closing, which is on or before October 27, 2017. Closing to be conducted by Morgan County Land Title and closing service fee to be split 50-50 between the buyer and the seller. Sellers to pass title by a warranty and a trustee's deed to clear of all liens and encumbrances. Title insurance to be used as evidence of marketable title, and the cost of premium be split 50-50 between the buyer and the seller. Sellers to receive a to-be-determined title commitment today within the detailed brochure, an updated title commitment with the buyer's name, lender, and purchase price, and all supplements and additions thereto after the auction. And you'll receive an owner's title insurance policy in the amount equal to the purchase price after closing. Property is being sold subject to existing roads and highways, established easements and rights-of-ways, and any prior mineral reservations, and any other matters shown and affected by the title commitment. Commitments are available for review within the detailed brochure and at the auction and will be incorporated and made part of the contract to buy and sell land. Possession of parcel 1 through 2B is upon closing. We added a caveat here in parcel 3 of the house. Possession of the home and the corrals upon closing. Possession of the machine shed and surrounding area where the equipment is located is 30 days after closing. Any equipment left there after a 30-day period becomes the property of the buyer. They do reserve the right to have an auction on the property if they so desire within that time period. Prospective buyers should verify all information contained herein. All prospective bidders are urged to fully inspect the property, its condition, and rely on their own conclusions. And the property is being sold as is, where is, without warranty, representation, or recourse to the seller. Buyers shall receive whatever interest, if any, in the water rights, and the seller, including one Morgan County quality water tap where the improvements are at. Seller will convey all rights, title, and interest to existing CRP contracts 1015A, 10054A, and 1016A to buyers as successor in interest. Seller to convey the October 2018 CRP payment. Buyer assumes responsibility of the maintenance of the CRP acres, the obligations of the contract, and agree to enter into a new contract within 60 days after the closing. Buyer assumes responsibility of costs and penalties if you do choose to terminate the existing contract early. CRP acres are passed with parcels, combo, or single units designated within the detailed brochure. And at closing, you'll sign a memorandum of understanding stating the payment acres is designated within the detailed brochure. 2017 real estate taxes due in 18 and thereafter be prorated to the day of closing. Legal descriptions are subject to existing fence field boundaries or land use trades, if any. If the property sells in parcels or a combo and a survey is required to create a meets and bounds, they will provide a survey. The seller and buyer agree that if for some reason the survey didn't get done, they could extend the closing up to 30 days. Seller shall reserve an undivided 50% interest in the minerals that they own for a period of 10 years from the date of recording of the deed or so long thereafter as oil, gas, and other minerals are being produced in paying quantities from the property. I'm not saying there is, but there may be areas affected by noxious weeds, i.e. bindweed, Canadian thistle, so forth. The location of and density of the noxious weeds unknown at this time. All stated acreages in the brochure, detail, and visual presentation are approximate and are obtained either from aerial photos from the FSA office or from county tax records. The county tax records may indicate different acreages, and there's no warranty expressed or implied as to the exact acres of the property. All bids are for total parcel without regard to acreage. There will be no adjustment in purchase price if acreage is different than what's stated at the brochure or stated at the auction. If several parties go together and collectively bid on parcels and the multi-party bid is the highest bid, at the conclusion of the auction, each party will sign separate contracts and identify those parcels they're interested in and sign those, but the total price of each one of those contracts need to total the total price bid. Information contained here is either been given to us by the owner of the property, obtained from sources we deem reliable. We have no reason to doubt its accuracy, but do not guarantee it. Breck Ag Realty and Auction assumes no responsibility for omissions, corrections, or withdrawals. Location maps are not intended as a survey and are for general location purposes only. You as buyer shall verify all information contained herein. Again, you're urged to fully inspect the property and you are buying it as is where it is. Any questions as far as the terms of the sale? We do have one other term here that I flipped the page, and it is it's understood that and agreed that the buyer wants to reserve the right, and maybe the buyer may want to buy the property subject to a 1031 exchange. Both parties agree to cooperate with each other, but are not required to incur any additional expense or risk. So we do have that reservation for either the buyer or the seller. Again, are there any questions as far as terms and conditions? We'll go through the bidding process here. What we're doing, we're offering separate parcels, parcel 1, 2A, 2B, and then 2A and 2B as a combination, 2, and then we're offering that unit without the house as a pasture CRP unit, and then parcel 3, and then everything as a single unit. We added the single unit at the end here. This is the sale order that they'll start in. We won't vary from this order. Parcel 1, 2A, 2B, combo 2, the pasture CRP unit, parcel 3, and then the single unit. We'll stay in that order. We won't vary from that order. We do the bidding in rounds. You're coming today to buy the property as reasonable as you can. You don't want to pay more than you have to, and there's a minimum and maximum you're willing to pay. Many of you have been to our auctions before and know how they work, but I'll just go through this process again, and some of it's going to be repetitive. Remember, price is a determining factor. Price is the determining factor on who's going to win out as far as the highest bid for today. Whether it's going to be in parcels, as a combo, pasture unit, single unit, or parcel 3. Again, we stay in the sale order as we have here today. I said that we do the bidding in rounds. Our first round, I'm going to go through the information on each one of the tracks and answer any questions if there's questions. And then we'll start the bidding on each track. This far left screen shows the parcel we're bidding on at a particular time. This middle screen shows where the bids are during the round. The far right screen shows who's got the high bid. So on the middle screen here, you see there's a bid of, and when you see this price per acre, that's per total acres. You guys can figure it however you want. But for today, if you want to just have this as a reference, this is per total acre, the bidder number. So say that we get started on parcel 1, the bid's 140,000, bidder 99 on the far right has the high bid. Now we come to 2A. Go through the information, start the bidding. The bidding stops at $260,000, $507 an acre. Bidder 501 has the high bid. We come to 2B, 500,000. Bidder 56 has the high bid. Now we're going to come and offer the 2A and 2B together as combo 2. Bid mix total. This column shows what the what total is for 2A and 2B. Now if you're interested in putting those two together as combo 2, say the bidding goes up to $775,000. You'll see that 2A and 2B on the right screen is off the board, and bidder 35 has the high bid at $775,000. Again, you look at this bid mix total. The total between parcel 1 and combo 2 is $775,000. If you want to put 1 and combo 2 together, then you're going to have to exceed this $915,000. So say the bid goes up to $930,000. You'll see everybody's off the board, and bidder 78 has the high bid. Now we come to parcel 3, and we're at $350,000, bidder 22. Now we come to the single unit, pasture CRP unit, and parcel 3, $350,000, totals $1,280,000. Say somebody bids $1,003,000. Everybody's off the board except for the single unit. So that ends round 1. Again, the auction's not over. You came trying to buy it as reasonable as you can, but also too, a lot of times everybody wants to raise their bid. So we're going to go back. We're going to take a break, come back, start round 2. We come back, and if you notice this bid increase between parcel 2A and 2B, and for combo 2, for them to override the combo and each other, it's a minimum $5,000 bid raise. This, and then the same thing with pasture CRP unit, and the same thing with the single unit. So when you see this $20,000, that is the $15,000 that the combo overrode 2A and 2B plus the $5,000. That gives you what you're going to need to be able to outbid by to override. So we start back with parcel number 1. Say the bidding goes up to $165,000. Now we come back to parcel 2A. The bid goes up to say $290,000. Right there, you'll see now they outbid the single unit, and 1 and 2A and 2B are back in. And so come to 2B and say the bid goes up to $525,000. So that's $815,000, and say somebody on the combo 2 wants to go ahead and bid $825,000. Now we come the total between 1, combo 2 is $990,000, and say somebody bids $1 million. Parcel 3 stays the same at $350,000, but we don't have a bid on the single unit. So at the end of that round, I'll make a statement that we did not have an overriding bid on the single unit. So if we don't, we'll offer one more time in the next round. If we don't have an overriding bid, it will be withdrawn from the auction. For the sake of time, say that happens. We go through and so we'll black that out. So now what we have is parcel 1, 2A, 2B competing against combo 2, and all those are competing against pasture CRP unit. So now we come back, and pasture CRP unit's got the high bid. So say that we don't have a bid raise on parcel 1, but now we get to parcel 2A, and the bid goes up to $310,000.
Sorry, how much?
310. Say we come to a parcel 2B, the bid goes to 550. So everybody's kicked in, now we're going to combo 2. Say we don't have an overriding bid. We're at 860 and the last high bid was 825. We come to the pasture unit and somebody bids $1,035,000. And no bid change on the house. So now we're going to come back and we're going to say, again, we didn't have an overriding bid on combo 2. I'm going to make an announcement. We'll offer it one more time in the next round. If there is, if you want to keep that active, that combination active, you need to bid at that time. When we get to it, if you don't, that will be withdrawn. So say, for sake of time, we withdraw combo 2. So again, price is the determining factor as we go through here. Price is the determining factor. We have 2 auction rules that we go by. 1, you don't necessarily have to bid in the first round or on any particular track to be able to bid on any other parcel within the auction. You may be bidding on the single unit or the combo 2, and you can jump in and bid on 2A or 2B individually. Second, you can raise your own bid. You say, why do I want to raise my own bid? We're not bidding against yourself. You're going to be bidding against the pasture CRP unit. Say for an example, we didn't have a bid raise on parcel 1, did not have a bid raise on 2A. You're still within the minimum maximum you're willing to pay, and you need $15,000. You can raise your own bid to $565,000. And by doing that, you're pulling everybody else through. The largest bid raise we've had somebody do has been $250,000 one time. So it's not about 60% of the time we end up having somebody raising their own bid just for this situation. So now we come to the pasture CRP unit. Say there's not an overriding bid. Go ahead and give notices. Come back. We withdraw it. And this is where I'll declare the final time through, and the final time through is where I'll say sold on each one of them. Again, you don't necessarily have to bid in the first round or any other rounds to be able to participate in the final round. It is a process of elimination, and I can't stress enough, but price is a determining factor. So we'll go 1, it may stay the same at 165. You know, I'll say sold. 2A may go up to say 325. 2B may go to 575. Say sold. And 2B and 3 may go to 400,000, and we say sold. So anyway, it's any questions on the bidding process? We're going to be taking breaks between the rounds. We won't start eliminating until we've met the reserves. So I encourage you to bid early. I think that's everything. No questions? Any questions? Okay. Our goal today is to achieve the highest price for the seller, provide you, the buyer, every opportunity to bid. We intend to move along, but be available for questions. Opportunities here now to take advantage of this buying opportunity to add to your existing ranching operation. Ladies and gentlemen, the opportunity is here now. Good luck. Let's get started. Let's turn to page 5, and we'll start with parcel number 1. Parcel 1 is the northwest quarter, the southeast quarter, and the east half. The southeast quarter is section 8, and the southwest quarter is 9, township 5 north, range 58 west. To Morgan County. You can see the pages 26 to 29 for the legal description and title commitment, and the pages 50 to 177 for title exceptions. We have 218 acres plus or minus the CRP, 62 acres plus or minus the pasture, 280 plus or minus total acres. Our 2016 real estate taxes due and payable in 17 were $681.60. The CRP contract 1016A with an annual payment of $8,573.80 at $39.33 per acre. Contract expires 9/30/2020. You can see page 17 for the copy of the CRP contract. The 62 plus or minus acres of grass currently being grazed by the adjoining landowner is to the north. And one thing I failed to say earlier was we did have the initial detail brochure and then we did an updated one on Friday. Any changes that we made, we did them in red so you don't have to reread the whole document. So if you see some in red, those are the things that were changed. This is an aerial photo of parcel number 1. We initially offered this 40 acres with this parcel, but the livestock well that goes down to parcel 2A is located on here, and we were previously going to do an easement and offsite well location, and just after further discussion, we felt it was just better that this 40, if it sells separately, this 40 acres goes with 2A as that ownership. So that leaves this 218 acres of CRP, and then there's about 62 plus or minus acres of pasture up here that it's just really rough canyon ground. The fence is along the CRP and pasture. This is not fenced out here, and the twists have been using it for years up there grazing it, but it's just really rough country, and it's fenced more for easy grazing. They don't pay any kind of rent. So anyway, any questions on parcel number 1? I'd like to introduce John Corey.
Well, thanks.
Is that on?
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Yeah, it is on. Very good. It's always a pleasure to work with Mark and his crew with Rig Realty and Auction. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, you can bid to myself, Mark, or Troy. Of course, we'll accept bids from the internet and phones as well. If 2 people are claiming the same bid, the only thing we can do is open that bid up between those 2 bidders and those 2 bidders only. And I just want to reiterate what Mark said, is to bid early and often in these rounds, because it really is your benefit in total. So here we go, parcel number 1, Mark, ready to go?
Yep.
Here we go, here we go, 200,000, and then 200,000 on 175, 150,000, somebody, 150,000 on 125, $125,000 on, give me $100,000. 100, thank you, not quarter. 110,000 on 110, 20, 120, 30, 120, gotta be 20, 100, I got 10 in the back, no sir, now 20. You both bid the same time, got 110, thank you, now 20, 120, 120,000, I'm at 110, I'm at 20, 110, $120,000 here, 115, 115,000, are you done? 110, now 20, 120,000, Troy, you're out, 120,000, 115 to bid, 20,000 on the 20, 120, Troy, what's he say? 120,000, 115 to bid, 20, $120,000 on 115, 20, $120,000 internet, what do you want to do? 120, 115 to bid, 20, $120,000, are you through? $120,000, and I'm going to mark the bid down, $115,000.
25.
25, thank you, 115, 25.
Okay, parcel number 2A, we have the southwest quarter, the southeast quarter of 8, township 5 north, range 58 west, and the southeast quarter of 18, and the south half of 17, lots of track. The township 5 north, range 58 west. See pages 26 to 35 for legal description and title commitment, and pages 50 to 177 for title acceptance. We have 102.3 plus or minus acres of CRP, 408.6 plus or minus acres of pasture, 512 plus or minus total acres. We have 2016 real estate taxes payable in 17 or $531.80. CRP contract 1016A with an annual payment of $1,573 at $39.33 per acre. Contract expires 9/30/2020. CRP contract 1015A with an annual payment of $1,783 at $26.13 per acre. Contract expires 9/30/2020. See pages 17 to 18 for copies of the CRP contract. Livestock well 63063 located in the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter of section 8. 5 north 58 provides water to parcel 2A. See pages 22 to 25 for copy of the permit. See page 199 for copy of the recorded easement. See page 208 for pasture, map of pasture leases for adjoining property. no guarantee leases. We'll transfer to the new buyers, and landlords will visit with the new buyers and see if they can work something out. So first of all, let's go to this. This is what I talked about on parcel 1. This is where the livestock well was located that we took out and included this 40-acre tract with this parcel. So the livestock well is right there. Where my red dot is. Here's a pipeline that goes across a half section owned by the Twist Ranch. But there is a recorded easement. We did find a recorded easement back in 1968 for this pipeline to be able to deliver water to this tank. So, and here's the CRP here, and there is a Viero cell tower right in this area too. Now let's turn to page 208. It's like the second to the last page of your detailed brochure. I just wanted to show that there's 640 acres, and that Sailsbery is leased from 2 families. You can see the 2 leases there. One of them is right south of 2A, and the one right south of 2A and right to the east is owned by the same family, and then the lease in the blue is leased by from another family. The area in red is leased from a neighbor, but actually you need to move that over a ½ inch. The east line needs to line up with the east line of the lease ground, the other lease ground. So that needs to be moved over a half mile. And so basically, I'll just go over this lease area right now. The landlords would like to visit with the new owners to see about if they can work something out as far as continue to lease, but there's no guarantee. The dry land on this lease has been currently leased by Paul Johnson. So what we're and Paul has agreed that he's went ahead and planned the week. He will he's got his costs into it today, and he will relinquish that upon reimbursement. And so, but anyway, this area is really canyonly over here, and a lot of times the fences. There may be fences not on the property line because of ease of fencing. And anyway, that's kind of the lowdown on the leases. Any questions? Okay, any questions on parcel 2A? Okay, let's go ahead, John.
Thank you, Mark. Nice job. 2A. First round in 2A. Here we go. Right there on the amount of under $300,000. And now $300,000 on the amount of under $300,000. Give me $250,000. $250,000. About halfway there. Let's go. $250,000 on the amount of under $250,000. $200,000. Yep. Now quarter. And then $225,000. And then $225,000 on 2 1/4. We're on parcel number 9. At $225,000, $250,000. Parcel number 2A. Got 2 1/4 with Troy. $250,000. $225,000. 250, 225, 250, 235, 235,000, 225, 35, 235, 235. Mark it down. 225,000. Troy.
32.
Thank you, Troy. 3-2. 2B, Mark.
Okay, now we're going to go to 2B. We have the south half of Section 21, all of 28, except the southwest quarter, the northwest quarter, Township 5 North, Range 58 West to the 6 p.m., Morgan County. See pages 36 to 43 for legal description, title commitment, and pages 50 to 177 for title exceptions. We have 303.4 plus or minus acres of CRP, 616.6 plus or minus acres of pasture, 920 plus or minus total acres. Our 2016 real estate taxes payable in 17 are $1,259.56. Our CRP contracts, 154A with an annual payment of $9,545 at $31.46 per acre. Contract expires 9/30/2021. See page 19 for a copy of the contract. You see the map for the fence line, CRP's fence. Currently the livestock water for parcel 2B is provided by parcel 3. Parcel 3 sells separately from parcel 2B. No livestock is provided to parcel 2B. You can see pages 20 to 21 for the engineering report from Morgan County Quality Water. They've been approved to purchase a tap. The buyer is responsible for the installation of the tap, or if they want to drill a well and the pipeline to connect to the existing pipeline. Again, buyer, if they're sell separately, 2B and 3, buyers of 2B and 3 to show the cost of installation of border fence around 3. Again, you can see about the pasture leases for the adjoining property that we just talked about. So here is a basic outline of the fences. There's no fence there, no fence up in this area because that's where it goes to the lease ground. This fence is basically for ease of fencing. CRP here, there's CRP right there, CRP here, there's a tank here, and actually there is a tank up here. It didn't get transferred over, but there is a tank up in this area right there. And you can see it on your parcel number, or page 8, your map, there it shows that there's a tank up there. Any questions on parcel 2B? Yep.
Yes, sir. The water for that north tank comes from quality water?
Yeah. Yeah. Question is the water for that north tank comes from quality water. Yes.
There's one more cow tank.
I believe that's on the 40.
Is it on the,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking.
Is it on? It's on the 40 ways.
Yes.
Right. Right. Any other questions? Okay, parcel number 2B.
Parcel number 2B, round number 1. Here we go. And they're on the map at a number of $600,000. 600,000 on the map at a number of 500. Here we go. And now 500,000 on the map at a number of 500. $500,000 on. Nobody wants to be first. Come on, now fine. You know what's going to bring it. Give me 500. And now $500,000 on $450,000. $450,000. Start me somebody at 400. Now we can go. And now 400. Now the number of $400,000 on. Come on. Now the number of 4. And now $400,000 on the 400. Now the number of 400,000. $400,000. And now 400 on the number of 400. 375,000. Thank you. Now 4. 375 is a bid. 400,000. And now $400,000. 375. Now 4. 375 on the money. $400,000 on the number of 400. 400,000. Internet, what do you say? 375 at 400. 375, 385, 375 with a binding of 85, all around the 375 at a number of 85, divided at a number of 375, 385. Marked it down, 375,000.
25.
25, thank you, 25.
So combo 2 is parcels 2A and 2B. And 2A and 2B, pages 26 to 43 for the legal descriptions and the title commitments. You have 406.8 plus or minus total CRP acres, 1,025.22 plus or minus acres of pasture, 1,432 plus or minus total acres, 2016 real estate taxes payable in 17 are 1,791.36. CRP contract 1016A with an annual payment of $1,573 at $39.33 per acre. Contract expires 9/30/2020. Also, you have contract 1015, annual payment 1783, 2813 per acre, expires in 2020. You got another contract 154A, annual payment of 9,545 at 3146 per acre, expires in 2021. You can see copies of the contracts 17 to 19. See the comments of parcel 2A and 2B. So this is putting 2A and 2B together. And then also 2A is going to include this 40-acre tract up there. Any questions on combo 2? Right now we're at 600,000 between the two. 600,000.
600,000, combo 2, round number 1. Here we go. Got 600 bid, give $650,000. 650,000. Now $700,000. 650 is a bid, 700. 650 on get 700. Are you done? And now 700,000. 650 at a number of 700 all through all that at a number of 75. 650 on them, 675. What do you think, sir? 675,000. 650 is a bid, 675. Internet, what are you going to do? $675,000 all about at a number of 75, at a number of 650, 675, 650 is the bid, 675, all through, all done, 675, 650 is the bid, 675,000. Marked it down, $650,000, bid at number 30. 650, put it on number 30. Thank you.
Never better.
Okay. Now we're going to do pages 1, parcels 1, 2A, and 2B. This is the pasture CRP unit. Pages 26 to 43 for legal description and title amendments. We have 624.8 plus or minus acres of CRP, 1,087.2 plus or minus acres of pasture, 1,712 total acres. 2016 taxes in 17 were 2,472.96. So I'm not going to go through all those CRP contracts again, but because they're with the different parcels. Any questions? This is putting the CRP parcel 1 here, and we have 2A and now 2B. We're putting that together as the pasture CRP unit. We're at 765,000.
Very good, Mark. Here we go. Give me $800,000. Keep it all together. 800. 800,000. 6, 7, 8, 850. 850,000 on the line. I'm paying. Get 800. 850. 850. What are we gonna do? 850. Now that. Get $900,000 on them. 900. 850. Get it on 9. Now 9. Get 9. Get it on 9. Get 858. Now 9. 809. Now half. 950. Get it on 950. Get 959. Now 50. All that. Get it on 50. Get 950. And now 50. Now 1 million. Now $1 million on them, 950, better than 1 million. That 950, better than $1 million on them, better than 1 million, better than $1 million. What are we gonna do? 1 million, 950, better than 950,000 on them, 1 million. And now 1 million on them, now 50, $1,050,000 on them, better than 50, now 50, 1,050,000, $1,050,000 on them, 1,050,000, $1,050,000. Anybody else? 1,050, 1,025, 1,025,000, sir, 1,025,000. What are we gonna do? Not 25. Well, now 1 million, 1 now 50, 1,025,050,000, 1,050,000, 1,050,000. Got 1,025,000 bid. Asking $1,050,000. Internet, you're out. 1,050,000, 1,025,000, 50. I'm at 1,025,000, 50, 75. And now 75, 1,075,000. Thank you for what you did. Take it over. 1,075,000. 1,050,000 is a bid. 75, 75, but a number of 75. 1,050,000 is a bid. 75, but what you're getting here now, 75. 1,075,000. 1,075,000. Thank you for what you did. Mark the bid down. $1,050,000 to bid it under.
23.
23. 1,050,000 bid it under 23. Thanks so much.
Okay. Parcel number 3. Let's go to, we have the southwest quarter. This is improvement site. Southwest quarter, the northwest quarter 28, 5 north, 58 west. Oregon County, see pages 44 to 49. For legal description, title commitments, and pages 50 to 177 for title exceptions. Our address is 25530 County Road 14, Waldona. 15.4 plus or minus CRP acres, 24.6 plus or minus acres of pasture, 40 plus or minus total acres. 2016 real estate taxes payable in 17 were $1,926.12. CRP contract 154A with an annual payment of $484 to $31.40 per acre. Contract expires 9/30/2021. See pages 19 for a copy of the contract. We have 6-bedroom, 3.5 bath with 4,911 plus or minus square feet. Include the open kitchen, living room, dining room, family room, rec room, office, 3 fireplaces, and attached 2-car garage. There's a 100 by 42 machine shed. See pages 200 to 205 for seller property disclosure. Pages 206 to 207 for lead-based paint. Buyers of parcel 2B and parcel 3 to share cost of installation of border fence around parcel number 3. Any questions on the house? Okay, this is just showing the, excuse me, John. Here's the house, there's the shop and the house. Nice large house. I believe was built around 77, 79. Is that right, Nancy? 79. And so, anyway, here we go. John, let's go ahead.
Parcel number 3 on the house here. I'm at a number of 400,000. I have $400,000 on them. I'm at a number of 400. I'm at a number of $400,000 on them. I'm at a number of what it would take to build one of those, about $1 million or better, wouldn't it? $400,000 on them. Give me $350,000. $350,000. Somebody's going to testify. Come on. I'm at a number of 350. Get $350,000 on them. I'm at a number of 350. Anybody at $350,000? $350,000. Are you done? 350. Get $350,000. What am I to get? 350. Anybody? If not, we'll just move on. 350. Okay, Mark.
No bid. Single unit, we're at 1,050. I mean, that includes the house, so let's see if we can get somebody, we didn't get a bid on the 350. Let's see what we can do on the.
So we got $1,050,000.
Right.
Okay.
Very good, Mark. All right, give me $1,100,000. $1 million, single unit. You're buying it on. 1,050,000 is the bid. Asking 1,100,000. 1,100,000, now 2. 1,100,000, now 2. Come on, now better number 2. 1,100,000. I got the 1,000,001 right here. Give me 1,000,002. 1,000,002. 1,000,002. 1,100,000. 1,200,000. Put it all together. My goodness. We're just giving you the house. 200. I down 2. 1,000,002. 1,000,002. Come on. 1,000,001. I better number 2. 1,100,000. 2. Now 2. I gotta go. 1,000,001. Better number 2. I down 200,000. That's around 1,000,002. 1,000,001. Better number 2. 1,000,001. $200,000 on 1, 2, 3. I down 3. I better number 3. 1,200,000. $300,000 on 1,002. Better number 3. 3. I better number 300. 1,002 to bid. $300,000 on 1,002. Now 3. I down 3. 2.5. And now 3. 1,253,000. Just giving you the house. 300,000. What a gift. 1,253,000. 1,250,000. $1,250,000. Better number 3. 1,250,000. He's out now, Troy. 1,250,000 is a bid. 300,000. 1,250,000. Better number 3. Now 3 to 3. Better number 300. Now 50. And now 350. 350. 1,350,000. 1,350,000. 1,350,000. 1,350,000. $1,350,000 on 1,300,000. Now 50. 350. 1,350,000. 1,350,000. 1,350,000. Mark the bid down. 1,300,000.
Bidder number 27.
27. Thank you.
Who did better?
Okay, so where we're at, we had a bid at 115,000 on parcel 1, 2A 225, 2B 375. That totaled 600,000. We had a bid at 650. And then we came down and pasture unit, that totaled, and when you add the parcel 1 and combo 2, that came to 165 or 765, and then we had active bidding that went up to $1,050,000. We didn't have a bid on 3, and we had a bid of $1,003,000, bidder number 27, and we didn't have a bid on 3, but as a total unit of $1,003,000. So I can tell you we have 2 separate ownerships here on the 1 through the pasture unit, and then a separate one on parcel 3. And so right now as it stands, we have met the reserve on 1 through the pasture unit. The $1,050,000 has met the reserve. It is going to sell today, but we have not met the reserve on the parcel 3. So anyway, that's where we stand. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll get started in a few minutes and go from there.
Any questions?
If you have any questions, grab me during the break. If you look at the bids here on parcel 1, we had 115,410, 225, 439, 2B 375, 407. Combo 2, we had a total of 600,000. We had $650,000 bid on combo 2. No, that's fine. And then that totaled 765,000. We had active bidding that brought it up to $1,050,000, $613 an acre average straight through. So as I told you at the end of that break, we met the reserve. There's 2 ownerships, the pasture and the CRP and the house. We've met the reserve on the pasture and the ranch part. The house we have not. When we added them together, the high bid was $1,300,000. That still has not met the reserve because it didn't meet the reserve for the house. So the single unit won't be active. I mean, it isn't. The reserve hasn't been pulled on the single unit because we haven't met it on the house. So anyway, we have 290,000 we need to make up between parcel 1, 2A, 2B, combo 2. As I said earlier, you can raise your own bid. We need to be up in that $613, $20 an acre, somewhere in that area. So if you want to bid, you can raise your own bid or be active to outbid that pasture unit. We're going to give you that opportunity to do that now. We will start the process of elimination since we haven't met the reserve on the pasture CRP unit. Any questions? Okay, let's go back to parcel number 1, 115,000.
Parcel number 1, here we go, 115, 125,000, 125,000, parcel number 1, 115 is bid, 125, 125, now you can bid, you didn't have to bid in the previous rounds now, keep that in mind. But 115, asking 125, this is parcel number 1, 115, 25, anybody, 125,000, 125, thank you, now 50, 125, 150, 125, $150,000 here, 125, 150, 125, 35, 125, 135, 135, parcel number 1, 135, 45, 145, 145 to the background, 135, 45, 145, 145, 145, 155, 155, 155, 145, 55, 145, 155, 145,000, 155,000 all done, 155, 155, 145, 155. Mark the bid down, 145,000, the bidder number is
20.
2020, thank you.
Okay, that helps some. We still have ways to go. So on 2A, we're at 439 an acre, so we still got ways to go. Again, you can raise your bid, or if you want to participate and get involved, now's the time to do that. We're 225.
225, bidder number 32. Here we go, 225, 250, parcel number 28, round number 2, 225, 250, 225, $250,000 on 225, bidder number 50, 225, 250, 225, $250,000 on 225, bidder number 32, asking $250,000. $250,000, 225, 50, 225, 250, 250, 75, 250, 75, 275, 250 is a bid, 275 way in the corner. Yes, 250, 275, 250 is a bid, 275, 275, y'all done. 250, 275, 250, 275, parcel number 2A, 275, 275,000. Anybody else? 250 is a bid. 275, mark it down, 250,000.
32.
Yep.
So now we're at 375,000 on parcel number 2B, 375.
375, round number 2, 375, 400. $400,000, 375 at 4, 375 at a number of $400,000 on them, 375, parcel number 2B, 375 is the bid, asking $400,000. $400,000. Anybody? 375 at 4. 375 at a number of $400,000. Any raise here at 400. Now corner. And now 400 at 400 bid. Now corner. Stir it back around at 425. 425,000. 425. Want to do it again? 425. 425 at 400. Not 25 at a number of 50. 425. 50. 425 now 50. I'm at 425 at a number of 50. 50 at a number of 450. 450. 450. 425. 450. Mark the bid down, 425,000, I forgot that number. I apologize, 30. Thank you very much.
Now we're going to combo 2 between combo 2 and the 2A, 2B. We have 675. We still have 235,000 to make up. So if you're interested in bidding on that combination, yeah, that's all right. In the combo, right? Yep. 675. Now's the time. I mean, folks, this is your opportunity to participate and work with the parcel number 1 to try and outbid the pasture CRP unit at 235,000. Again, you can raise your bid. We're probably a bit below the 613, so you got a ways to go. So if you want to pay $600 an acre for the CRP and the pasture, now's the time. 675.
We have 675 bid. Thank you. Now 700. Combo 2, 675, 700,000 on the combo. 2A and 2B, 675, 700, now corner. Now 725, got 700 bid, now corner. 725, 725, at a number of 25, 725,000. I put 700 right here. I need 725. $725,000. Anybody else? 7 a quarter. Get 700 and 925 at a number of 25, 700 and a quarter. Get 725 at a number of a quarter, 700 and a quarter, at a number of 725,000. Anybody? 725, $725,000 on 725, 725 at a number of 25, at a number of 25, at a number of 25. Mark it down. 700,000. Bidder number 30. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to go to the pasture CRP unit. We're at 845,000 between 1 and combo 2. $845,000. And so, but actually our bid is at $1,050,000. So if you want to, we're $210,000 above the parcel 1 and combo 2, that's at $845,000, but our bid, number 23, is at $1,050,000. So that's $210,000 above that.
So we're at $1,050,000 right now.
Right.
And this is the parcel 1, 2A and 2B. $1,050,000, $1,100,000, $1,100,000, $1,050,000, $100,000. $1,050,000 to 100. $1,050,000 is the bid. $100,000. $100,000. $1,100,000. Now 150. 150. 150. 1,150. 150,000. 1,001,000 is the bid. And now $150,000. $150,000. $150,000. All over the binding of $150,000. $150,000. $1,150,000. $1,001,000 bid. $150,000. $150,000. $150,000. $1,150,000. $1,150,000. $1,150,000 is the bid. Asking $150,000. $150,000. $150,000. I'm going to mark the bid down. $1,100,000. $1,100,000. Bidder number 30.
Okay. Go to parcel 3.
Very good. All right, here we go. Under $350,000. $350,000 on 350, $350,000 on 350, $350,000. $350,000. 350 parcel number 3. $350,000 on the binding of 350. What do you think? 350. $350,000. $350,000.
This no sale. I'm not a no sale, but it's just
Okay. Okay.
no bid on it. So let's go to the single unit. The last high bid was $1,003,000. And so we'll go to let's see where we can go from there.
Okay. $1,003,000, $1,004,000, $1,400,000, $1,003,000 bid 4. 3 down, $400,000 on the matter under $400,000. $1,003,000 is the bid, $400,000. $1,300,000, $350,000. $1,350,000 single unit, $1,350,000. $1,300,000 to bid, $350,000. $350,000. $1,350,000. $1,350,000. $1,350,000. $1,350,000. $1,300,000 to bid, $350,000. $350,000. $1,300,000 to bid, $350,000.
Okay? No raise there, stays the same way. So, we had a bid raise on parcel 1, 2A and 2B, that overrode the combo. And then the combo overrode those 2A, 2B. And then we had a bid on the pasture CRP. So, but 1, 2A, 2B, and combo 2 did not override the pasture unit. So I'm going to put 1, 2A, 2B, and combo 2 on notice that we're going to offer them one more time in the next round. And if there's not an overriding bid on this whole combination here to override the pasture CRP unit, it'll be withdrawn from the auction, and we'll finish selling that pasture CRP unit as a whole. We don't have a bid yet on parcel 3. We didn't have a bid enough on the single unit, so if we don't have a high enough bid on that to get that, we'll put it on notice that we'll withdraw the single unit from the auction. So we're going to take a break and then we'll come back. And we'll get started here in a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get going here. Sorry for the delay. So parcel 1, just brief recap. Between parcel 1, 2A, 2B, combo 2, we have $260,000 to make up about $642 an acre to override the pasture CRP unit. We haven't had a bid on parcel 3, and we haven't had a high enough to meet the reserve on the single unit. And so those are subject to withdrawal. So if we don't get bids on these during the next round, they will be withdrawn from the auction. Any questions? Okay, here we go, John. Last I bid on parcel 1 was $145,000.
145 with bidder number 20. Here we go. 145, 155. Yes, sir.
You can raise your own bid. You can bid here and bid it up to that 640 an acre. It needs to average that all the way through.
145, give me 175,000. Parcel number 1. 175. Big bites. 175. 145 to bid. 175. 175,000 on parcel number 1. Got 145 bid. 175. 175. 160. $160,000. $160,000. Parcel number 1, anybody? 160. 145 is a bid. $160,000. Gonna give you every opportunity, folks. 160,000. 145 is a bid. 160. 145. 160,000. 145 is a bid. 160. Okay.
Okay, we'll go to 2A, we're at 250,000, bidder number 32. So again, you can raise your own bid, you can get going there, so 250,000.
250, 300,000, 250, 275, 275, parcel number 2A, 275, 250 is the bid, 275,000 on the number 75, number 275, I'm at 250 on the binding of 75 on, what are we going to do, 275, 275, 275.
Okay. Parcel 2B, 425,000, bidder number 30.
425, bidder number 2 on parcel number 2B, 425, 450, 425, bidder number 50. I'm at 425, bid 450,000 on 425, bidder number 50, 425, 450, 450,000.
No bid there, so we'll take 1, 2A, and 2B out. Now we're, actually we need to keep parcel 1 in. Excuse me. So combo 2, we're at 700,000. So somebody want to raise a bid, 30, and we're at 700,000. Here we go.
700,000, combo 2, 700, 720, 725, $725,000 on 725. Get 725, 700 bid, 725. Combo 2. 2A and 2B, 700, 720, 725, 725, 725, 725, 710, anybody? 710,000.
Okay. So we'll take parcel 1, combo 2 out. So the last high bid on the pasture CRP unit was $1,100,000.
1,100,000, 1,110, and now 20, 1,110, 20, 1,110, but another 20, 120,000, 110 the bid, 120, 120,000, 110, 120,
Yep.
now 30, 120, 130,
Yep.
now 40, 140, out of the 1,030, 40. 30, now 40, 1,130,140, 130, 140, 1,130, 140, $1,130,000 here, 140,000. $140,000. Try it again. 140. 140,000. Stay right in there. 140. 1,130 is the bid. 140,000. 1,130, 140, 140, 140,000. Mark the bid down. 1,130,000.
23.
23. $1,130,000.
Okay, parcel 3 we haven't had a bid on, so let's try that one more time.
300, and now $300,000 here for the binding of 300, down to the number of 300, $300,000 on the binding of 300, down to the number of 300. Parcel number 3, $300,000. $300,000. 300. And now 300,000 on the number of 300, down to the number of 3, now 3, $300,000. What are you going to do now? 300? Remember? Go.
Okay, now we're going to we'll go ahead and withdraw that. And we'll go to the single unit. The last high bid was $1,300,000. So anyway, let's go from there.
1,300,000, 350 on the single unit. 350. 1,350. 1,350,000. 1,350. 350. 1,300,000 is bid. 1,350. 1,350. 350. 350. 350. 350,000. 1,350. 1,350. Anybody else? 350.
No, withdraw that. So we'll withdraw the single unit and the parcel number 3. No. Take it out. So we're now with the pasture CRP unit. We're going to take a break, come back. We'll finish this out. This will be the final time through at $1,130,000. The last high bid, 23. And so we'll take a few minutes. We'll get started. We'll finish this out in a few minutes. If you want to, we'll, again, thanks to the Sailsbery family for the opportunity to sell the property. We'll finish this out. We'll say sold to the highest bidder when we finish the final round. Thanks. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish this out. We're pasture unit, this would be the final time through where I'll say sold. We're at the pasture CRP unit at $1,130,000. And again, thanks for your bidding. So, we're gonna say sold to the highest bidder at $1,130,000. Bidder number 23 has the last high bid. All right.
Thank you, Mark, and we want to thank all the bidders that bid thus far. You still have the opportunity. You didn't have to bid in the previous rounds. That includes the internet as well. So here we go, final round, $1,130,000. Here we go, 130, 140, 140,000, 130 is a bid, 40, now 50, 150, 140, 150, 140,000, $150,000 here, 150, 1,040,000, now 50, 1,140,000, all under 150, 150, $150,000. What's another 10,000 now? Come on, 140, now 50, 150, 150, 1,140, 150, 1,140, 150, all down, 150,000, $150,000, 1,140 is the bid, asking $1,150,000, 150,000. Internet, what do you say? 1,140, now 50, 1,140, 150, $150,000. We're going to appreciate all the help. We appreciate, now help yourselves, 1,140,000, 150,000, 1,140,000, 150, 1,140,000, 150,000, change your mind, 150,000, 150,000. Mark, we've got $1,140,000 with bidder number 30, I believe.
Okay.
And Mark hasn't said sold yet, so.
Okay, we're at $1,140,000, asking for $1,150,000. Bidder number 30 has the high bid, going once, twice, sold for $1,140,000. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Give everybody a round of applause. Thank you. And if somebody is interested in the home, we'll sure visit with you afterwards. It'll be gone on the market. So anyway, if you want to visit with us about the home at a later time, we'll sure do that. Thank you. And we also have sandwiches there. If somebody would like some sandwiches and some chips. Well, anyway, thank you.